everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Countdowns. If you're new to my channel or you've watched my videos but haven't caught this drift, two of the things that matter most to me are music and political and social justice issues. Today, I'm going to talk all about where those two things mix. Of course, music is a great thing in and of itself, but it becomes even more powerful when musicians write and produce songs as a way of standing up when they feel that something isn't right. Specifically, I'm going to rank songs that, in my opinion, do the best job of sending much needed messages to a society in various forms of crisis. But before we begin, I want to remind everyone that I have a playlist on my channel entitled Sociology and Social Justice, and to subscribe to my channel and follow that playlist if political, social, and cultural issues matter to you, as they should. Now let's get started. A quintessential part of my Christian faith is taking action to address injustice in the world, and Christian rock artist Matthew West epitomizes what this means in his song, Do Something. The narrator of this song is an individual in the classic scenario of witnessing all that is wrong with the world and asking God, why don't you do something about it? And the individual hearing God say, I made you. West's ultimate message in this song is that when Christians hear about terrible things happening in the world, it's not enough to do nothing. They must be proactive, speak out, and make any substantial effort they can to address it. This message can even be applied to secular individuals of their perceived duty as citizens of the world to act when something isn't right. The lead single off of the Black Eyed Peas album, Elefunk, was inspired by the general anxiety following the 9/11 attacks, but the song draws attention to a wide variety of violence and human rights issues that were taking place at the time and still are, such as racism, government corruption, gang crime, and war, making direct references to the CIA, the KKK, nations dropping bombs, and chemical gases filling lungs of little ones. In fact, the lyric, "A war's going on, but the reason's undercover," is a direct reference to the Iraq War, whose events were unfolding at the time of the song's recording and release. Ever since, Where Is the Love has become an anthem for many issues and movements, including the Syrian civil war, Black Lives Matter movement, LGBTQ advocacy, school shootings, and the Russian invasion of Ukraine. At this point in time, a myriad of problems are plaguing our environment, and one of those is plastics that take a long time to biodegrade, ending up in our oceans, where they not only pollute and reduce the quality of the water, but choke and kill marine animals and birds who mistake the plastic for food. In fact, in 2018, there was an international campaign to ban plastic straws due to the effect they have on our oceans. 8 years before that, British virtual band Gorillaz with a Z released a concept album all about this issue called Plastic Beach. The album's title song, though not released as a single, refers to the immense amount of plastic band member Damon Albarn found in the sand on a beach near his house. The song comments on the products we use every day and what happens when they end up on oceans and shores, reminding people of the need to change their habits in order to keep our home planet alive. If you haven't already, I highly suggest you check out my second artist analysis ever, which is on Pink. Pink has always believed that her 2006 single, Dear Mr. President, is one of the most important songs she's ever written, and most of the fan base would agree. Pink took a big risk, but an important one, with this open letter to then-President George W. Bush, openly calling out flaws in the Bush administration, such as the Iraq War, No Child Left Behind, perceived homophobia, and perceived lack of empathy for the poor and homeless of America. Pink even went so far as to make a brief mention of Bush's substance abuse in college with the lyric, "You've come a long way from whiskey and cocaine." Taking place around the time of the 1832 student rebellion in France, Les Mis is almost inherently a political story. There are multiple songs from Les Mis this spot could have gone to, but I ultimately decided to give it to the one that serves as the best political rallying call, inside or outside of the context of its story. Do you hear the people sing? After Gavroche delivers the news that General Lamarck, who shows empathy for the poor of Paris, has died, Enjolras, the leader of the ABC Cafe Friends, calls upon everyone in Paris to sing the Song of Angry Men, which ultimately sparks the revolution they've been planning. As Enjolras and the ABC Friends put it, when the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. And that can be applied to just about any political or social cause, even today in 2022. And I can't talk about this song without mentioning its reprise, which is the goosebump-inducing finale in which, spoiler alert, everyone who dies throughout the story sings an equally political song of victory over tyranny in the afterlife. The Disney film Pocahontas is almost known for its glaring historical inaccuracies, and despite being one of the first animations in which Native Americans are protagonists and European colonizers are the bad guys, there's been widespread debate about whether or not Pocahontas actually does justice to Native Americans. But one thing that's not debated is the relevance of the song Colors of the Wind. In this song, the title character lectures John Smith about his and his men's arrogance and exploitation of the land after Smith calls Pocahontas' tribe savages. Even outside of this context, the lyrical commentary on tolerance, humility, and belonging to the land could almost make Colors of the Wind a political anthem, and in fact, it actually has become an anthem for many political and social movements, including environmentalism, Black Lives Matter, the LGBTQ movement, and Decca Dreamers. There's generally a mix of positive and negative views of Michael Jackson and his music by the public, but his 1995 single, Scream, was generally considered one of the better of MJ's notable songs. He wrote this song as retaliation against the tabloid press for the multiple false stories they'd made up and released to the public about him, with the final straw being allegations of child sexual abuse. Outside of the context in which Jackson wrote the song could generally be used as an anthem of deceit and corruption by tabloid and news sources, but moreover, its lyrics about being disgusted with injustice could make it an anthem for anti-racism and black justice, which is another common theme in MJ's music. As of June 26, 2015, gay marriage is legal in all 50 U.S. states. But in 2013, it was only legal in 12 states. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis recorded Same Love, an anthem of LGBT rights, with accompanying vocals from Seattle-based singer Mary Lambert, just as the state of Washington was legalizing same-sex marriage. In the first verse, Benjamin Hammond Haggerty, known by the stage name Macklemore, discusses being bullied about his perceived sexual orientation, the experiences of his own two gay uncles, whose picture is on the single's cover art, and common homophobic sentiments among fundamentalist Christians. In the chorus, Mary Lambert explains that, as a lesbian, I can't change even if I tried, even if I wanted to. In the second verse, Macklemore sheds light on homophobic slurs and insults used in the media and how the fight for gay rights is the same fight that led people to walkouts and sit-ins. The song ends on a note of hope that one day gay couples like Macklemore's uncles can be united by law, which would come true 2 years after the song's release. As the song closes out, Mary Lambert reminds listeners that love is patient and love is kind. In case you didn't know, yes, Blackbird is a social justice anthem. These Beatles lyrics are often misinterpreted to be about an injured bird, but the song isn't even about a literal bird. The blackbird refers to the black community, both in its native UK and in other countries where black people are treated as a minority, and also refers to black individuals. In fact, Paul McCartney was inspired to write the song after watching the news to find out that the U.S. federal courts had just forced desegregation of public schools in Little Rock, Arkansas. Lyrics like, "Take these broken wings and learn to fly," and "Take these sunken eyes and learn to see," and "Into the light of a dark black night" refer to black people healing from a long history of oppression that includes slavery, torture, murder, lynching, and discrimination and social segregation. Even after the Beatles broke up, a few of its individual members preserved their fame and prestige through solo careers, particularly John Lennon. In this song, Lennon paints a utopian world in which no one claims that their god or religion is better than anyone else's. There's no land, wealth, or money to fight or go to war over, and everyone lives in peace, harmony, kindness, and positivity. Lennon claims, "You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. And I'm not the only one either. Like Lennon, I really hope that someday you'll join us and the world will live as one." Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed hearing me talk about songs in which artists of Christian rock, hip-hop, alternative, soundtrack, and oldies genres do their duty as citizens of the world and sing about the issues going on all around them. What's your favorite song about a social justice issue? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you tune in next time, you'll get another music-related video, another country artist analysis. And now that I've established the presence that I have on YouTube, look out for a new series I'm about to do called Vlogs.